everyone for the DPMS video session. Today we're going to see a topic called MySQL, sum functions. Sum is also one type of aggregate functions. So previously we have learned about count function along with the different three forms and group by order by class how we will have to combine with count function. So now we're going to see about sum function. So sum function is used to return the total summed value of an expression, and it returns null if the results it does not have any rows. It is one of the kinds of aggregate function in MySQL. The syntax already we discussed in our previous session. So select sum and you have to say the aggregate expression. The aggregate expression denotes a row, a column, or an expression. The table, from which table you're trying to get the value, and whether the table is having the particular rows. And the where condition is optional. If you have any specific condition towards a table, that can be used. And we will see certain examples based on the given table. So this table consists of employee ID, name, occupation, and working title, working hours. So our database has a table named employee having the following data. So we are going to understand these functions based on various example queries. So the first query is execute the following query that calculates the total number of working hours of all employees in the table. So here if you see, you can see the working hours. Actually, you have to add this working hours of all the employees. So that is our question. So I have written a query. Let's select sum of working hours as total working hours, because in my table there is no column called total working hours. But in the question, they are asked me to show the result set in the name of total working hours. So I'm using an operator called rename operator, that is here as. So as is a rename operator. So that by using the rename operator, I'm just calculating the total working hours. So how to calculate the total working hours? So the sum of working hours will be shown as total working hours. So from the table, employees. So I have getting an answer as 111. So if you add it, you will find the difference. So here 10 plus 15 plus 12 plus 9, 10, 15, 9, 12, 10, 9, it denotes 111. That 1111 will be the answer. And the next query. So this example is used to return the result based on the condition specified in the where class. So we are going to use the sum function along with the where conditions. So the query is calculate the total working hours of employees whose working hours is greater than 12. So we have to calculate the total whose working hours is greater than or equal to 12. So I have written the query, select sum of working hours as total working hours from employees. I have added one more condition, that is where working hours is greater than or equal to 12. So we have a table here. So whoever is having working hours more than 12, first we will check it. 15, 12, 15 again, and 12 again. We have only 4 members, so 15 plus 15, 30, and 24, it's like 30 plus 24, 54. We should get the answer. We will see whether we will be getting that answer. So we will be getting the same answer here. So how it will be worked in the query means, so first it will take all the rows, that is tuples, which is greater than 12. So on that result set, it will apply this sum function. So from the backward only the queries will be executed. The next thing. So we can also use the sum function with group by class to return the total sum value for each and every group. So this can be applied for each and every group also. So for example, the statement calculates the total working hours of each employee by using a sum function with a group by class as shown in the given query. So for each occupation, I'm going to calculate the total number of working hours. For example, if you have some manager category, so in manager category, what is the? So in each and every occupation, separately, we are going to find the working hours. So we will see here. So now we will come here. We'll go with each category. So we have different categories here. So business category, doctor category, engineer category, and teacher again. And business is repeating, doctor is repeating, teacher is repeating, engineer, so it's also repeating. So we want to calculate for business separately, doctor separately, engineer separately, and teacher separately. So we have 4 different occupations. For each and every occupation separately, we have to calculate the working hours. So we'll go for the next. So if you see the query, so first it will group the occupation. So the query will be executed from the group by function. So first it will group the things. So we will have 4 different categories: business, doctor, engineer, and teacher. So in business category, whatever the working hours, that will be summed. And say in doctor category, and engineer category, and teacher category, and result set will be displayed. So next one, we will see how is grouped by along with having class. So after grouping, we have to apply certain conditions. So the having class is used to filter the group with some function in MySQL. So execute the following statement that calculates the working hours of all employees, grouping them based on their occupation, and returns the result whose total working hours is greater than 24. So when you're calculating the total number of working hours based on the occupation, that working hours should be more than 24. So that alone we should be displaying. The remaining things we will not be discussing. So if you see here, like we have 30, 30, 24, 27. It is a previous query. So we have 30, 30, 24, 27. So as per the new query, this 24 should not be considered because it should be greater than 24. So this is the table. So we are going to categorize based on the occupation. So here you can see the result very well. So 24 is not greater than 24. So that sum alone will not be considered. We will be getting the results is 30, 30, 27. So after grouping, after finding the group by with aggregate function, then we will be applying the having condition on the grouped records. How to use a distinct keyword along with the sum function. So MySQL uses a distinct keyword to remove the duplicate rows from the column. So already we have studied. So this class can also be used with sum function to return the total sum value of a unique number of records. So when you have multiple records, so in that if you want to find a unique record, then you can go for a distinct functions. So here we have a query: execute the following query that removes the duplicate records in the working hours column of the employees table and then calculates the sum. So wherever we have duplicate records, the duplicate record should be removed and then we have to calculate the sum. So we have a table here. They have said like working hours duplications. So for example, if you're taking 10, so 10 is repeated 3 times. So I have to take only 1. And 15 is repeated twice. It has to be taken once. And 12 is repeated twice. That has to be taken in 1. So 9 also is repeated twice, but thrice, and that has to be taken with. So we have 4 different categories, and all 4 different categories we have in duplicate values. The duplicate values should be removed, and we have to find it only for the unique values. So here you can see. So in the business, it is given only 10 hours. So instead of 2 occurrences, we have only 1 occurrence. 15 also twice, so we have only 1 time. And 12 also only 1 time. And 9 we have thrice, so we have only 1 time. So how it will be done? So first, it will group the occupation. So after grouping it, it will take the sum of distinct working hours. So in that, we have 10, 10, 10, 3 times. It will take only once, and that sum will be shown here. Suppose if you have not given this group by, so we have not given this group by here. So then the sum will be 10 plus 15 plus 12 plus 9. So 25, 27, 37. It's 46 will be the answer. So we have given the group by condition, then the answer will be changing. So these are the some queries we should be known before we working on MySQL. So we have seen certain examples only. We will see in detail in the MySQL platform itself. Thank you all.